Hey y'all, my name is Kathy Case and I've been a designer for Chalk Couture since December of last year, and I made a project and had a video requested from everyone on Glam Chalkers and on May Chalkett's website. So I'm going to attempt to do this video, so y'all just bear with me a minute. I'm learning my new system and trying to get it to where I can make professional looking videos. I'm not a videographer, so y'all just bear with me. So what I'm going to show you today is I made this project, You Are My Sunshine, and I did this with You Are My Sunshine Chalk Couture transfer. And so someone had said something, they wanted to see it in pink and purple, so I started this project this morning, and it really doesn't look spectacular from the get-go, but I'm going to show you how to make it look that way. So what we're going to do with this project here is I did my words and I did my first flower, and you can kind of see where the words blend in just a little bit. So I'm going to show you a technique that I use to make these words stand out a little bit better. And then we're going to block this flower out here and put another one here, and then I'll probably end the video, but I think I'm going to end up doing another flower up here in the corner and then do my leaves. So this is a reverse canvas, and I just took a black canvas and cut it off the frame. I haven't painted my frame yet because I haven't decided what color that I'm going to do the frame in yet. So what I do is I take it apart, and then if you can see this faint mark here, I've got another one here down at the bottom on the side. So what I do is I take my frame and do a pencil mark on where my area is that I have to surface. That way when I lay down an image, I can put my frame back on to make sure it's in my area that I'm chalking. So let's do the wording part of it, and I am using this Copic multi-liner. It says water and Copic proof pigment ink, and it's a 0.5. So what I do on this particular project is I am going to outline the U with this little pen. To make those letters so you can get a little bit of definition, and I'll hold it up for you a little bit so you can see. So you can get a little bit more definition out of your letters. So I need to do the O. And anywhere you have like a little mistake that you want to define your chalking a little bit, you can just use this pen. You probably could use a Sharpie too, but I like how thin this pen is, and you can just go back through and make your design a little bit more sharper. So there's after I completed the word you. See, it looks a little bit better, a little bit sharper. So the next thing that I want to show y'all is how to do Sorry, I'm trying to get my camera going. correctly. There we go. How to block this flower out to put another flower up here to make this look like it's behind. So I take a piece of printer paper and I lay it down and take a pencil and just do the outline. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You just need the outline, and you want to make sure that your flower is complete. You know, this is a two-step flower. You do the color first and then you do the outline. So you want to make sure that you're tracing the finished flower. So I'm going to just do parts of it because I went ahead and did this step so the video won't be so long. And you can keep your piece of printer paper and put it with your transfer and you can use it again. So you just trace it out on printer paper and then you just take a pair of paper snips and just fussy cut out your image. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect because you kind of want a little bit of black. I mean, just a very, very thin strip of black between your images. So you just fussy cut around like that. So here's the one I did earlier. And what I do is I put a B at the bottom and a T for the top and a left and a right and an arrow. So when you go to put it on here, you don't get confused on how you place this flower, which I didn't do it exactly straight up and down. So now I got to figure out how it goes. So what I think is how it goes, just like this. So you place it over your flower, and I just take a piece of tape and tape down the edges. And what I do with the tape is I just put it on my hand and get some of the sticky off, so you don't run the risk of getting your chalk, pulling up your chalk. And then I just tape it down. You can use washi tape, but I found that this tape here is a little less stickier, and you don't necessarily run the risk of it pulling your chalk up. So we're gonna do the color part of the flower first, and I label mine as I know this is the first layer, and of course you do the back, and then I put the one on the back. Then you just kind of decide on how far you want your flower to go over and how far you want it to go up. And you want to take into account that you've got a little bit of room too where the outline goes. And then just make sure there's no air bubbles in your stencil or your transfer. And the colors that I used were Wild Berry and Cherry Blossom. And I think I'm going to kind of make this one a little bit more Wild Berry-y. So I know my pastes are mixed together really good because I just used them this morning. And this is what I'm going to call the blending technique, marbling technique, and you can do it different ways. So I take a little bit of the wild berry and just place it on my stencil, or transfer. I don't know why I keep calling it a stencil. I want to do a little bit more purple on this one, pink, whatever you want to call it. And do my pink at the top. And then some people go through and do their finger like this and blend, and then you just make sure all your silk screen is covered. And then this is a mixed color, which is really pretty. You don't want to put it back in the jar, so you want to use a wipey to get the excess off. And then you just peel your stencil up. And like I said, you want to be real careful with this paper because the stencil does like to stick to it. So you don't want to pull up with force or fast. So there's the first part. I'm going to go put this in my water bath and then we'll do the outside. I'll be right back. So you want to let your layers dry before you put on your outside layer. So I'm just going to dry this a little bit. What's the matter, buddy? Did you get locked in? I think my husband he shut the doggy door. My little dog is crying to go outside. So you want to leave your block out paper here because we're going to use it to block out the white part. So that seems pretty dry. So you take number 2, which is the outline, and you got to figure out, which I didn't do that one very straight either. Maybe I did. Bear with me a minute till I figure out how I place this on here. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then what I do is, when I've got paper under there, I take my large squeegee and make sure I don't have any bubbles under my screen. Try not to press down here so much because it will, it'll want to stick. So I'm going to use my white. And I have a few little bubbles, so we'll see what it looks like when we pull up. I use this transfer so much that it is having trouble sticking. And there it wants to take the paper, so you want to be real careful. And I'm going to go put this in water. I'll be right back. And that'll just wipe off, so we're not going to worry about this right here too much right now. So we pull this up, and we're going to dry it a little bit more. We got a little bit of run there, but that's okay. You know, it washes right off. So, any of my little perfections, I take my paintbrush, like right here. That's too much space. So we can use our paintbrush. Like that. And to get this part right here, I just take a wipey and a Q-tip, and I just kind of get it wet. And just erase any areas that bled through. So with the fine tip pen again, I just go through the flower areas. Make sure it's real good and dry. Before you go back and do some touch-ups. So like right here, I'm going to define that area just a little bit. Make those areas look a little sharper. So if you're watching this video and you don't already have, or you're not already on someone's team, I would love for you to be on my team. So if you'll just go to www.spectacularcreations.com and you'll see a sign up, or you can go to www.chalkcouture.com/KathyCase, and that's Kathy, Kathi, and sign up with me. I am under some really good crafting ladies, glam chalkers, and I signed up under May Chalk It team, and they are ladies who craft and do more than just Chalk Couture, but they are wonderful teachers. So you'll not only be getting me as a coach, but you'll also be getting them as a coach. We are one big family of ladies that like to do crafts and love Chalk Couture. This is so much fun. I just love it. I also am a demonstrator for Stampin' Up, and I stumbled across this by watching a video and just fell in love with this process. It just to me looked like so much fun, and I think you would enjoy it if that's something that you like to do. I mean, you can chalk anything. It's amazing some of the things that I have seen that people are doing, chalking on antique milk containers and repurposed wood. It's just unbelievable what people are chalking on. We do have a new catalog coming out that's got some really fun things to do. Some fun transfers. So I've got a couple little areas in here that I think I'm going to go back over with a paintbrush and my white paint and let it dry. And what I did with this center of this flower is, while I wait on my transfers to dry, because you got to make sure that they are really, really dry before you do layering and blocking out. I take a paintbrush and I just paint those in there to give it a little bit more texture and a little bit more definition. So I hope that made sense with the ones that were asking about blocking and blending, and what I do with the leaves. If you just got to kind of figure out, they're a whole lot easier to do if you can just butt up a piece of paper under this stalk right here and just position your leaves wherever you want them. And I'm going to use Green Envy for my leaves on this one. But there's the video. I'm going to post it on Facebook, and I'd appreciate it if y'all did liked and subscribe to my videos. Yeah, so like and subscribe to my videos, and I appreciate y'all stopping by and watching me this morning.